Hello, dear students. Good morning to all of you. As we have discussed in the previous class related to retained earning, and in which we have discussed the example that how we are going to calculate the retained earning. Now, today we will discuss about a new source of finance for the business enterprises, that is public deposits. Dear students, public deposits are raised by those companies directly from the public as a deposit, or we can say if the companies are raising finance or raising funds by accepting deposits from the public directly is known as public deposits. Basically, dear students, so many financial institutions and especially banks, life insurance corporation, general insurance corporation, and other non-financial banking institute which are non-banking financial institute which are regulated by the RBI Act, they can issue or they can accept deposits from the public by issuing a kind of bond for gaining short-term investment. Basically, public deposits are divided into two parts, that is long-term and short-term. But in long-term public deposits, these are harmful for the companies, because on the public deposits the company allows high rate of interest or offer high rate of interest on their deposits. So dear students, on public deposits, due to high rate of interest, so many times it is required to create funds if the other sources of finance or other sources of funds are not available for the companies. Then these companies are trying to raise funds by accepting public deposits. And as we know that a public cannot invest their money until or unless they are not getting some extra benefit in context of the other companies. Suppose that if they are investing, if they are depositing their money in any bank, then they are not going to deposit their bank in other banks, and they are not going to deposit their money, or they are not going to invest their money in other banks if the other banks are not beneficial for them. It means rate of interest is similar and something else, or all the terms and conditions are similar to the existing bank where they have opened their account or where they are depositing or investing their money. Then they are not going to again issue or again open an account in different banks or any other financial institution. But if the other banks are providing high rate of interest or other terms and conditions are favorable in the favor of consumers or in the favor of public, then they can think and they will start investing their money in the other banks. So dear students, public deposits are basically for short-term period, and as we know that this is regulated by RBI and cannot exceed 25% of the share capital and reserves. It means other non-banking financial institutions, those who wants to raise funds through public deposits, they cannot raise funds more than the 25% of their share capital and reserve. Suppose that if the company have 2,50,000 or 25 lakh of share capital and reserve, they can get fund, or they can raise the fund only at the rate of only 25% of the share capital and reserves, that is how much? 6,25,000. 6,25,000 they can get the finance, they can accept the public deposits of only for rupees 6,25,000, not more than 6,25,000. So dear students, public deposits are basically used by the companies for short term. Now on the basis of the discussion of the public deposits and definition and norms, we find some merits, and that is, first is no charge on assets. As we know that the public is investing their money as the deposit in the as the terms in the bank. So the institution or the companies are not going to provide, or the company does not have to mortgage any assets to the public in context of their investment, in context of their deposits. Now next term, that is tax saving. Dear students, interest paid on public deposit is tax deductible, hence there is tax saving also, because after payment of the interest, the remaining amount will be taxable. So it is also helpful. It means if the company is getting fund or raising fund by public deposits, then if they are charging, or if they are paying interest on the deposits, then that interest will be deductible from the total income of the company, and on the rest income, after deducting the interest charges on public deposits, the rest amount will be taxable only. For example, dear students, suppose that if a company is earning profit of rupees 10 lakh, now if the interest on public deposit is rupees 2 lakh, then after deducting 2 lakh from 10 lakh, the rest amount is 8 lakh. Now on this 8 lakh, the company will be applicable, or the company will pay tax, that is at the rate of 30%. At the rate of 30%, that is 2,40,000. It means company will pay 2,40,000 as tax, not on this 10 lakh rupees, or 30% of this 10 lakh, that is 3 lakh rupees. No. So this is also helping in tax saving. Next term, that is simple procedure. Dear students, the procedure for obtaining public deposit is similar than share and debenture. Simpler than share and debenture. As we know, for issuing shares or raising funds by issuing shares and debentures, the company has to fulfill so many formalities, but in context of public deposits, they do not have to fulfill so many formalities. Simply they can make a provision, and they can offer for the investment in certain plan and project by attracting the investment from the public as the deposit. Now if we are talking about the control, dear students, they do not have voting right, therefore control of the company is not diluted. From the point of the company, they have their right safe. Now on the basis of above discussion, we find some also limitation in public deposits, that is, first is short term finance. dear students, as we know that the maturity period is short and the company cannot depend on the term for depend on them for long term, because they have to pay more interest. Now the next limitation, that is limited fund, because as we have discussed in the terms and conditions for issue of public deposits, as we know that a company cannot issue more than 25% of the share capital and reserves. So public deposits, the fund raising through the public deposits has a limitation that only limited fund can be generated by the companies. Now the next term, that is not suitable for new companies. Dear students, if new companies are entering into the market, and if they want to raise funds, then it is not simple, or it is not easier for new companies to raise fund through public deposits, because they have to pay more interest on the public deposits. That's why it will be difficult to generate fund from these source. So dear students, these were some term of the public deposits. I think you all have got it. Tomorrow, dear students, we will discuss about commercial banks and other financial institution. Till then, thank you.